So we all know there are a ton of accessories out there for the Steam Deck that include an endless amount of docks, dongles, all kinds of accessories. Even one that came from the infamous D brand, which was the Project Kill Switch, which had the magnetic kickstand that, they recalled right before it was supposed to launch, and which did a lot of damage to several Delta fans if you had that within your Steam Deck. Now, it's a pretty unique device because it gives you like this protective case and the front cover and everything like that, but the kickstand leaves a lot to be desired, even though this is magnetic and the new one's going to be like a locking mechanism. But yeah, the kickstand on this was, and then a lot of people didn't like the price. It didn't really justify for a lot of people what it was worth. So that's one thing to talk about. But what if I told you there's a device that's out there for your Steam Deck that allows you to get that perfect kickstand? And I'm saying that's the best kickstand for the Steam Deck, period. Like, there's really no other device that tops it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about none other than the DeckMate. This is something you might think it's not that special, but it's pretty unique in that you can just pop it on like so. And then it's got this spring-loaded device. So you just take it and you prop it in like so. And then there you go. You got your full kickstand. And also, you can store micro SD cards in it too. This is one of my favorite devices. Well, yeah, it's the Steam Deck. But the DeckMate itself is one of my favorite devices. In this video, we're going to talk about this and how you can actually apply this to your day-to-day life. So without further ado, roll the intro and let's dive into it. Okay, so before we kick off this video, I want to give a special thank you and mahalo to Siri of DeckMate. One-man team. Siri does everything. It's absolutely cool that one person has made a device that's so unique, and it's been featured on many YouTube channels as well as major outlets. It clips on, doesn't add any real additional weight, and it's just got the best locking interface, which has me wondering, is the upcoming Kill Switch revision going to use something similar to this? Because a lot of us don't want to use the Kill Switch because it does add a little bit of extra bulk. I personally like it because I got a toddler. They destroy everything. But this right here is perfectly suited because for the most part, my Steam Deck remains at my desk. If you want to pick up the DeckMate, I'll leave a link to the website for DeckMate. That way you can go purchase it. And honestly, if you were to price this in comparison to the Kill Switch, this is a better value overall, and it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. It does have a full kit that has a lot of things like VESA mounting and a lot of other stuff, but we're going to dive into all that and more in this video. Alright, so it comes in this simple little box here. It's a simple black little box that I'm actually shocked at how quickly it got to me. So I spoke with Siri earlier within the week, and before the end of the week came, I want to say like I spoke to them either on a Monday or a Tuesday, and then by Thursday it came in, and I was actually shocked at how quickly it got here. Like, you don't really get shipping, especially when it comes to being here in Hawaii. We're used to like things coming within a week or two, like not in a few days, because shipping is never usually that quick. But this device came in very, very quickly. So in the box, you get not only the DeckMate clip-on for your Steam Deck, but you also get various other items such as the kickstand, which is spring-loaded, as well as a VESA mount that you can attach, as well as some other devices if you want to mount it up somewhere. And also, what's cool too is if you've got a battery backup, which unfortunately I don't have one at the moment. I think I lost it in the move to the condo. But if you've got a battery backup, you can actually apply one of the mounts to that battery backup and then attach it to the back of this, and you virtually have a Steam Deck that's not going to have a short-lived battery life whatsoever. Which means if you're playing a lot of AAA games, which usually net you an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, you're probably going to be able to get several hours, maybe 3, 4, 5, or 6, depending on the the capacity of the battery backup that you have. Now that right there is ingenious for many reasons, because one of the things that I've really been wanting for my Steam Deck has been a battery case, and there hasn't been one that's been made yet so far. Now I know many of you may be assuming, okay, you could probably like 3D print something like this. And I just want to say, with the way this is made, the build quality of this is clearly not 3D printed. I think this is done in a much more professional way than that. And it's really a solid piece of machinery here. And what's also cool is like I can hold it with the kickstand like this, and because of that spring loaded on there, it's not going to fall out. I know a lot of you probably won't do this, and no, I'm not going to do a drop test or anything, but like holding it like this, yeah, it's not coming out, and it's because of that spring loading interface on the back, which is interesting because if you want to switch out anything, I like how I'm gonna say this, it's hot swappable, right? Or you can quick swap. Because of the spring loading mechanism in the back, you literally just press up and pull it out, and then you can go and put whatever else you want to in it, and then you just press it up and then put it right back in. And once it's in there, it's not gonna go anywhere. Like, this is fully secured in. So that's something that you don't get with other cases. Like, I've reviewed the JSOX case that has the kickstand within it, and that kickstand is very flimsy. It reminds me of the initial one with the original Switch that came out before they did the whole full-on back bar. And it's also better than the one that comes with the kill switch, which is also incredibly flimsy because of that magnetic effect as well. But this is probably the most sturdy and just solid kickstand I've seen for the Steam Deck, period. And like I said, the other thing that's cool is if you utilize multiple micro SD cards, and you've got a slot for 2 additional ones, and that way you can just hot swap them in and out of your Steam Deck and just go between whatever you want to play. If you got a micro SD card that's completely with AAA games, one that's with emulation, one that's with, you know, AA indie games, so you can have like one inside your Steam Deck, and then you got the additional 2 that are part of the DeckMate itself. But yeah, this thing clips on, it's very solid, and it just feels right. And what's interesting too, like if you want to like put this on a VESA mounting, and I don't really know anyone who personally would, but I like the fact that the option is there. But if you want to VESA mount your Steam Deck up on something, then there's an attachment that's available that comes in the kit, allows you to do that, and like everything else, you can just hot swap it on and off to be able to get that to go. There's just a lot of versatility to this, and it's just one of those devices that I feel that a lot of people would deeply benefit from having something like this. You know, if for anything, the kickstand alone, or let alone the ability to put your battery backup and have it on your Steam Deck and be able to play your games as long as you want. So if you're gonna be on that plane ride, or if you're gonna be on a train ride, or whatever you're gonna do, and you want to have more battery for your Steam Deck, you can do that. Now granted, one of the offsets of that is it's gonna increase the weight of your Steam Deck overall, but it's still there. It's an option that you can utilize, and I think a lot of people are gonna benefit from it. So, you know, if you want to get that workout on, you go ahead and game, and you just, you know, get some curls in, you definitely could do that. So that's one of the other things. As far as downsides with this, I don't really have any, because I've tested this with multiple docks, and for every third-party dock, this fits in it with the attachment perfectly fine. Like, I can just fold up the kickstand and it sits perfectly within docks. The only dock that it doesn't work with is the official Valve dock, and that's one that I've said many times before, that doesn't really work with any case whatsoever. Not even something as thin as this. This does give a little bit of an extra edge to it, but even with this little bit, it's still not going to sit in the official Valve dock. The Valve dock wants just the Steam Deck itself with nothing else. So yeah, I guess the downside is it doesn't work with the official dock, but you could always just kickstand it and then run the cable from the official dock in if you wanted to. But, and then also, if you want to take it off, it's actually very simple. You just literally take your thumb, you press and pull, and then it comes right off, like so. So yeah, and you can just pop it right back on. And you don't have to worry, because of I think one of the thoughts I initially had was because of where the edge fits for the bottom part of the DeckMate, I was worried that it would be, you know, somewhat like hitting where the screen is or digging into it. It actually doesn't. It doesn't at all like clip onto or touch the screen in any way. So if you got a screen protector on, then you don't have to worry about it like scuffing or scratching it or anything like that. But all in all, this is a very solid device that I think a lot of you would benefit from. I can see myself, maybe I want to get a VESA mount. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could actually do that. I could see myself getting a VESA mount and mounting my Steam Deck up there, because it would clear up a lot of room here on my desk here. But, you know, that's kind of an extreme use case scenario. Like I said, it's the fact that this has such versatility that you can use this kind of how you want it to. But all that being said, a phenomenal device. It is super cool, very thin, very sturdy. It's not going to easily break or anything like that. And it's just cool to have something like this. It just goes and attaches so quickly and easily and effortlessly to your Steam Deck. And I like the cutout. You can see the DeckMate at the top, and you can also see Valve's logo. But anyways, I highly recommend this. Again, thank you and mahalo to Siri from DeckMate for sending this over to me. What do you guys think? Is this something that you have picked up? Do you have a lot of unique uses for it? Or is this something that, while you think is neat, it's probably not something you practically use? There's some people that I know that never use the Steam Deck portably, and they just use it docked 24/7. Kind of in my opinion, if you're going to do that, you might as well just get a regular gaming PC if you're never going to use it portably. But hey, that's my opinion. Why don't you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you want to pick one of these up, like I said, I'll leave a link to the website. I don't have an affiliate link or anything. I don't think they do affiliates or anything like that. But yeah, if you want to pick it up, then go ahead and pick it up on the website. If you do want to help out the channel, we do have channel memberships. We got Patreon as well, which gives you early and exclusive access to content. Or if you want, you can pick up some stuff using any of my affiliate links down and below, which helps out the channel as well. The biggest thing that helps out the channel above all of that is if you enjoyed this video, liking it, subbing to the channel if you haven't already, and sharing it with someone you think would enjoy it. All that being said, hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you around. Peace.